Maggie's story began on the 1st of September when Maggie, our 5-year-old boxer, ran off into the scrub in outback Queensland. And it was about 9:30 p.m. that night a call came that said she had been sighted in the industrial area in town. Maggie was nowhere to be seen. We called and called and called without luck.
One morning when we were walking, a car pulled over and asked us if we'd seen the dog, and I'm sure she probably said the dog's name, that Maggie, my dog, had gone missing.
I was aware the dog was missing, and I think everybody was, and everyone was trying to be pretty vigilant trying to find him.
The story went that, she'd lost a dog, and we just sort of said that we'd keep an eye out for her because we were regularly walking, and we're walking for up to an hour every morning and every afternoon, so we figured if the dog was somewhere around town or, on the outskirts of town, we probably would see it.
And after a sleepless night, we were up at sunrise to begin the search again. And about 7 a.m, we heard a truck driver on the UHF radio alerting everyone to watch out for a skittish boxer running alongside the highway about 1.5 kilometres out of town. So we swiftly made our way out of town, so excited at the sight of Maggie about 15 metres from the road. We quickly stopped. My husband loudly called her. She honestly stared at us and had no idea who we were. She had gone into survival mode, and from my understanding of survival mode, it's when a dog becomes traumatised, they basically go back to their natural instinct. She had lost her memory of who we were.
I'd be absolutely devastated if, the circumstances were your circumstances and you were out there trying to find your dog.
Panic would be the first thing.
Whatever it takes, yeah.
A few times they make their way up to the sale yards, and they've been up there helping truckies load cattle and things like that. And I was lucky there one day, one of the guy that runs the yards, he said to me, "Your dogs are up here." He said, "I think if you don't come and get them, these truckies are going to take them with them. They're so handy, because they were running backwards and forwards and taking the cattle up the ramp for them."
Like the money wouldn't be a consideration as long as you get them back.
And then on the morning of the 8th, after checking all the areas again, we headed back to town for much needed coffee. Again, we were greeted by many locals offering messages of hope. I would say to them that I may need to find a job because I was not going to leave Winton without Maggie. A lady told us her husband, the helicopter pilot, and herself noted paw prints in their hangar. And the prints did not belong to their dog. At last, a possible lead.
Ooh, what does she mean to me? Well, she's just part of the family. Yeah.
Their company, their friends, they're a reason to go for a walk every day.
I suppose they're good mates for a starter.
Well, it's a little bit like having kids again.
But generally speaking, they're just good mates to have around, and I take them with me pretty much wherever I go. So they're good company as well,
She's just like family, like having another child, I think.
Even when I'm not at home or both of us are out for the day and you come back, they're just so excited to see you because it's like, you've left me today. I've been on my own all day. So.
When we arrived at the airport, she was nowhere to be seen again. But while chatting to the pilot and about to check the camera footage, Maggie was seen in the distance, moving slowly through the grass towards us. I walked out to the edge of the tarmac and sat down and just spoke softly to Maggie. She curiously came closer and closer until that moment she recognised me and tail wagging into my arms. And it was at this stage, even nervous that she could still run and turn and go again, when that lead was safely around her neck, that I finally came to tears. She was underweight. She was so scared of everything that moved, but otherwise she was in good condition. No cuts or scratching, and it just proved how resilient dogs really are. Then Winton, the town, they cared about us. They really just... I think I said to somebody that they were a town that was big enough to have all the supplies and everything we needed.
Everyone was on the lookout for Maggie, so it was just general knowledge that this dog had gone missing and everybody was out looking for her. So, yeah.
It turned out, I'm pretty sure from memory, it turned out that she was hanging out around the airport, and was smart enough to know that it was sort of out of the way, but she was within reach of humans, you know. And she was sighted there a few times from memory, but eventually someone caught up with her and, you know, got her back to her owners, which was a good thing. It was a good ending, really. So,
Just if you have a dog, just love them and treat them as part of the family, because that's what they are. So yeah.
People with dogs live longer. Yeah. So, and I think there's a reason for that, what they bring to your life.